useful feature in Apple Classroom is the ability to view student screens. So what this lets you do is you can get a little thumbnail view of the iPad screen of everybody in your class, or you can get a sort of bigger version of one particular student's screen. So in our sort of socially distanced world, where it's not quite so easy to move around the classroom like you normally would, to help a student out, peer over their shoulder or whatever, this gives you a chance to kind of virtually peer over their shoulder and see what's on their screen so that you can help them out, discuss it, whatever. So let's have a look.
Now, the first thing that you'll see when you open up Apple Classroom is this screen, which has a square for each one of your classes. Now, this may come directly from your school's MIS system if they've set it up, or you might be able to create these yourself by clicking on that plus icon and setting up a class. For our purposes today, we'll assume that you've already got your class set up. To get started, tap on the class you want, and you will see it load up. And you can see all of the students in my class with their little circles there. This is my test set of iPads, so they're numbered, but in a real class you would see student names. And you've got your row of options or commands across the top there, things you can do. The option we're going to look at today is the Screens button. And what this does is lets you have a view of what is happening on the screens of all the students' iPads or of one particular student individually. And this is just a total game changer in our COVID world of not being able to actually go look over shoulders and circulate around the room properly. Naturally, like anything with Classroom, the students have to be in the room with you for it to work. So to do this, simply tap the Screens button at the top right, and you will see everybody's little circle turn into a thumbnail of what is happening on their iPad screen. Now, one of the great new features that Apple has recently introduced is the ability to pinch to zoom in, zoom out, as you do on many things on the iPad. But if you do that on this screen, then you will get fewer, bigger thumbnails, and you can scroll through your class, or more smaller ones, which are a bit harder to see, but you can see everything at once. So it's simply putting two fingers on the screen and spreading them apart, or pinching them together to change that zoom level. Now, if you want to see just one really close up, you can tap on it, choose View Screen, and now I've got a zoomed in version of just that one student screen. So this really is the sort of virtual peering over a shoulder, whereas the other view is a bit more as a sort of virtual standing at the back of the class where you can see everyone's screen. So if a student puts their hand up in class and needs help with their screen and you don't feel you're able to walk over there, then you can use this to have a really good close look at what's happening on their iPad. So that is viewing screens in Apple Classroom. I hope it helps.